Hello everyone, welcome to another stream. I am making sure we're all good and then we can get right into it. Looks good there. Everything seems fine. I've edited YouTube already. So hi, hello. Welcome to another stream of The Outer Worlds. We have done quite a bit last stream. We did a lot of side missions and doing some character quests, getting those sorted out. And we have now unlocked Byzantium to explore. We'll go there shortly, but for now, let us get that game up and begin. If I can find it, there it is. So I am wondering what will end up happening for this stream. I don't know, but hopefully we can get it all done and sorted. I do have a plan, because if you can't tell by the title of the stream, we might be doing the DLC today. Or at least one of them. I just can't remember the name of it right now. Right. So let me just make doubly sure that we're showing up correctly. Sound is being picked up, which is good. All right, so we can go. Let me just recheck. We are on this. The other ones are go to Byzantium, go to Byzantium, go to Byzantium. So we shall do this then, because I did check. I checked how many quests there are, main story quests anyway, for the main game, and there are about 10. So, you know, feels like this is a very short game. So I think the sooner we start this, the better, because then we won't, like, finish the game before we even do any of this. So, Murder on Eridanos. That's the one. I remember now. I'm trying to see if I'm doing the right one. Murder on Eridanos. Here we go. It says it's the second of 2 expansions, so I guess the first one hasn't shown up yet. Alright, well, I have it up now, so that should be fine. So let us go to Eridanos, the last of Halcyon Helen. Eridanos, Halcyon's second Jovian gas giant, its atmosphere is rich with hydrogen, helium, and various noble gases. Distillation plants in the atmosphere harvest these gases for energy. Alright, let's go. Looks like Jupiter.
We're now docked at Eridanus' luxury landing pad.
That's good. Really? Alright, let's go make a landing. Who should we take with us? Bavarti and Ellie. Kind of the people I want to take anyway, if I'm being honest. Ellie hasn't had much in the way of, like, content for her yet, so sure. Rizzo's Moral Improvement Program. Joy, joy. Don't be you. Be better. Workplace malaise is a moral bankruptcy. Happy workers lead to happy customers. Happy customers are repeat customers. Right. That doesn't look creepy at all. It's like the face of, like, there is no thing in Boston saying. Are they just on a floating rock? Well, here we are. Everything is pink or purple. Damn. This place is actually kind of big. I'm guessing that's the Rizzo plant. GC towers. I don't know what that thing over there is, but it's like a macro reactor.
Watch out. This place is half sublight thugs and half top rungers on vacation. Both are dangerous.
Sounds like fun. Hello.
Hello there.
Oh.
Hope your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort. Sublight Salvage and Shipping Underground, or Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos.
What's with the hat?
I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime.
Can you fill me on the details?
I can try. I was the one who found Helen's body in the Grand Ballroom. Corpse wasn't in the best shape. Aside from that, I don't know a whole lot. Helen was supposed to host the unveiling for Rizzo's newest product, Spectrum Brown. Until you catch the killer, the unveiling's been indefinitely postponed. Helen's death has been a shock for many. A lot of people are inconsolable. Hell, even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but I don't believe it.
I still don't understand why anyone would have it in for Ms. Helen.
We should ask if they're comping the minibar. This might take a while, if you get me.
Folks get heated when it comes to serials and their actors, I suppose.
Maybe. Was she a divisive figure?
Not particularly. But I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat. Reckon how she came about her fame didn't help.
How did she? How did she get so famous?
Why, she was a natural. People fell in love with her. She managed to wrangle up a following all on her own. She ended up about as famous and high-runged as your
Hey, Swordmaster,
average
welcome.
which rubbed a lot of Byzantines the wrong way. Actors ain't supposed to get preferential treatment. Let's see here. Oh, I already spoke briefly about the Spectrum unveiling, or lack thereof. It's still an awful shame. A lot of folks looking forward to that.
We haven't missed much. We've only just started. We basically just landed on Eridanos and we're about to look into a murder mystery. Also, there's this weird thing going on with his mouth. I don't know what it is, but it's like when he's talking, the parts near his chin move, which just looks weird. That's not how talking works. My chin doesn't have, like, weird muscles that move when I talk. My chin just sits there. It's a chin. I thought you worked for Slug, not Rizzo's.
I do. Rizzo's happened to rent out the Grand Colonial Ballroom from Slug for the unveiling. A nice mutually beneficial event.
Uh-huh.
But the murder's gone and ruined that. Along with 9 out of 10 of my favorite cereals. Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. Once you're ready, head down to the lobby. The ballroom is just behind the elevators. Meanwhile, I'll grab your bags.
Bags? What bags?
You're making fun, right? Your luggage, belongings, kit, wherever you keep what you ain't wearing. You're still giving me a pretty blank look.
Yeah, I don't have bags.
Suppose it's none of my business, but do you just wear the same set of clothes all the time?
No, I change out of them occasionally. I heard of the weird facial expressions in this game. It's not as bad as Mass Effect Andromeda. I will agree on that. I will say that Mass Effect Andromeda didn't have facial animations. It had facial catastrophes. I guess the best word to describe it. Facial catastrophes. They all sucked. Even the aliens. I would say that it's more just some parts are just weirdly animated sometimes. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. I was going to say I'm a little tired, but I think I'm actually less tired than I was last time, so maybe better. How do you like the game so far? I'm liking it. It's not what I was expecting, and I'm not like, oh my god, this is amazing. It's just, yeah, okay, I can enjoy this. No, that would be ridiculous.
See, you say that, but I still ain't seen no bags. You know what? Never mind, it's not my business. Anyhow, I'll look for you in the grand ballroom later. Hope you can unravel this mystery, Inspector.
Inspector. I like being called Inspector. Makes me feel special.
Why'd Helen have to go and die in our hotel? We don't need that kind of notoriety.
Jeez. That's the only thing you care about? Oh, I can just take this stuff. Awesome. Oh, I see you, box. Ooh, a new one. Mine. Finally, I've been waiting to get rid of this one for ages. $368. 525 is definitely better. And it has 3 slots. Ooh. Well. And what I can do is that I'll need to go to that thing over here and put the stuff on it. What does this one have? It has Mag 2 Zap and Super Scupper 2000. Critical damage. Mag 2 Power makes it Plasma. That makes it Magnum. Shock. Doesn't reduce damage, so yes. Then Super Scupper 2000. 6 times Zoom. Times Zoom. Well, we need that because it's a sniper rifle. And then I guess we can do critical damage because it is a sniper rifle. And they do a lot of damage, and I prefer to do as much damage as I can. Firing noise would be nice, I guess. I either have something that increases the critical damage, which still needs a chance for it to hit critical. So it doesn't increase the chance of a critical happening, it just increases the damage that a critical would do. Whereas this gives me firing noise reduction by 90%, which is a lot. And would make it so then people would have to try and find me first. And even then they'll be like, what's going on? We'll go with the critical. Here we go. Alright, let's go around talking to people and exploring. This is a box. Oh, hello. I'll take these. I meant to break that down. But how are you, Swordmaster? Hope you're doing well. Glad you can make it as usual. Sealed.
I must have had something in my ear. I could have sworn you just said we aren't allowed to depart.
What's with the hat?
Apologies, sir, but the atmospheric complex is on complete lockdown. No one's allowed in or out until the murder investigation's concluded.
Do you have any idea who I am? I could bury you under 6 tons of paperwork before you had the time to cry out for your supervisor.
My supervisor, no. That's a lot of bottles. My lighter. Oh, whoa. What's with the map? Why is it terrible? Okay. That was weird. Fast travel location, luxury landing pad. So we got a welcome thing over here. What's over here? Another welcome thing. This will take me somewhere, but where? I really thought this was going to go up, not down. Okay, well, I'm taking the elevator back up then. Don't we look cool in our outfits? Wow, why would they... Oh, whatever.
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed. You should be able to find the Colonial right ahead.
Okay.
Oh, you're the Inspector. Welcome.
Dissident.
Has anyone helped you with your luggage yet?
I don't have any luggage. I'm not staying long. Whoa.
Oh my stars. This is the hotel? I only ever seen a place like this in periodicals. Or that one episode of Agent Khan.
Damn, that's tall.
Bertie Holcomb is likely beside himself in grief.
Oh no. Why do we have to all talk in this posh accent?
You know, I never imagined Spencer Woolrich would outlive Halcyon Helen.
So famous as Halcyon Helen could meet a fate like this.
It really is a terrible shame. I absolutely adored her serial.
I almost can't imagine someone wretched enough to do such a thing.
Well, in we go. Halcyon Helen versus the Brain Eaters. They're pretty much zombies. Chapter 12, Murder on Eridanos. I just noticed how many freaking barrels or holes for the bullets they have in that.
I wish I'd worn my muddy boots and the jacket with holes in it. Can you imagine the looks we'd get?
The murder has inflicted severe emotional trauma on me. I demand a room upgrade. Mr. Kincannon really knows how to run a hotel.
Murder and inconvenienced me.
10 bits. This is all just some sort of publicity stunt.
Why does he look like Freakazoid? Carrying a present.
With Halcyon Helen,
Hello, Norville.
The crime scene's awaiting, Inspector. Can't believe something like this could happen in my hotel. When I found her, I was just hoping she had a little too much to drink, but all the grievous bodily injury adds up, I suppose.
She was lying in a pool of blood and your first thought was, I wonder if she's drunk.
Hey, Byzantines and restraint aren't two words that often go together. Wouldn't be the first blood-soaked, unconscious party-goer I've come across.
What?
Anyway, I'm sure you've got questions.
Sure. You want to give me more details on how you come across the body?
Sure, I'd taken to checking the barroom every few hours prior to the unveiling. Just to make sure no sprats had snuck into the place. You understand. Found her right before I was set to head back to my room in the lower levels for my mandated 5-hour sleep period. Tell ya, thank the law for caffeinoid. Been too upset to get a wink of sleep since. And hey, now I can finally see smells.
Oh boy, you're developing synesthesia. Any idea why Helen would have been in the ballroom after hours?
Beats all hell out of me. Maybe she was, practicing for the
Look, you can
unveiling?
see where his mouth is animating down here, which doesn't make sense. Your whole mouth isn't... Whatever. Did you kill Helen? You can tell me if you did. It'll be our secret.
What? No. Just because I found the corpse doesn't mean I made her a corpse. I was in shift all day. Besides, I loved Helen's serials. Well, the old ones anyway. The newer episodes are hot junk on a warm day.
Okay.
Sure. What's on your mind?
Did you see Helen on the day of her death?
Of course I did. I just told you I found the body.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait. You mean when she was still breathing?
Yeah.
No, of course I didn't. Plus, it's untoward for an employee to speculate about the actions of a hotel guest. Not that I saw any hotel guests interacting with her.
So, you saw her, but you don't want to tell me. I think we both know you're itching to gossip.
Honestly, you're more than a little right. I've been burning at the britches to share my theories. Day of her death, I saw Helen leave the hotel premises with the profit of profitability, and didn't see her come back. A little on the suspicious side, I think. Seemed especially strange, seeing how, as far as I was aware, the two didn't get on.
Uh-huh. What's the deal with the profit of profitability? She a guest?
Yep. Gives seminars on increasing profit margins and the like.
Of course.
Can't say much else, seeing how I ain't in the gossip market.
Why didn't Helen and the prophet get along?
Far as I can recall, Helen dismissed the lady's seminars in some kind of interview. Said her co-star used them, but she didn't. The top rungers are always ready to read between the lines of famous folks and seem to think the prophet was on her way out. Woman lost a ton of bits and is set to lose more.
Oh no. Okay.
I hope all that helped.
There's a motive.
I'd like to be as useful as I can in the investigation. I just didn't want to steer anyone the wrong way.
Uh-huh. Got any idea who might have wanted to do Helen in?
Everyone's got theories. I don't reckon mine hold much more weight than anyone else's.
Fine, don't tell me. Oh, we'll go that way in a minute.
Welcome to the Grand... Damn, when was the last time I slept? Hello. I hope you're enjoying your visit.
I swear I skipped like 2 of his freaking conversation things there. Okay, that leads out. Don't need to go that way. I can just go back here? Ow.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but while the hotel is an active crime scene, I regret to inform you that all new bookings, room upgrades, room downgrades, and in-room massages are Oh, you're the special inspector. Mr. Kincannon warned me you'd be checking in soon.
Right. Who?
Why, you.
No, I mean, not the special inspector. I mean, your boss.
Oh, Mr. Kincannon. He runs all sublet underground operations in the Eridanus atmospheric complex, including the Grand Colonial Hotel. But he keeps his office down in the warehouse district, near the docks. If you should require to meet with him in person, you're most likely to find him there. While you're here, Inspector, could I set you up with a room?
God, I just can't get over how creepy these characters' eyes are. They're just dead. There's no reflection, and when there is, it's weird. Stop staring at me. You creep me out. Sure, what you got?
For you? Only the best, ma'am, of course. You'll be staying in our luxurious penthouse suite, vacated just recently. So recently that unfortunately the room's still being cleaned. I'm sure it'll be ready for you by the time you've examined the crime scene. I believe Constable Keene should be waiting for you in the grand ballroom.
Of course he will be. Didn't see the grand ballroom on my way in.
Oh, the ballroom's right behind the tower elevators. Swing a left or a right, then cut through the crowd of spectators. You can't miss it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna look in here. Can I just... Check-in terminal. Error. Room not ready. Of course it's not. Fine. I won't pick it up then. Who are you?
Why, hello there. Goodness, I always enjoy seeing guests, but it's been so long since I've chatted face to face that I about hopped out of my skin at the sight of you. Excuse me, I should introduce myself, though you might know me already, just not by name. I'm Bellhop Sullivan. You've likely heard my dulcet tones through the elevator intercom.
I haven't taken any elevators yet, so no. I don't recognize your voice, but I'm glad I could meet you in person.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say. I'm glad to meet you too. Now that our introductions are out of the way, do let me know if I can help you with anything.
You said you operate the elevator, right? Can guests not press the buttons themselves?
Well, yes, but having an operator certifies that the right guests end up on the proper floors. We wouldn't want tossball players rubbing shoulders with CEOs. It'd be anarchy.
Oh no.
Plus, there's always the risk a guest chips a nail or loses a ring on a button. It's an extra effort, but the Grand Colonial prides itself on personalized service in all things.
That button has stolen my ring.
And the elevator still works if I'm ever not around. I do take occasional breaks and sleep every so often.
So I assume the bellhops all know each other. Any gossip about Norville?
Oh yes, Norville's great. Always ready to help any and all guests who might need it. And so handsome, too. His judgment sometimes leaves something to be desired, I will say. Kept badgering Halcyon Helen prior to her death about an autograph or something. A little beyond his station.
Okay, so he's a fanboy. Kind of got that from the fact that he was distraught when we asked him about stuff. Do you know anything about Halcyon Helen's murder?
Unfortunately not. I was in the operator room for the elevator, as usual. The camera feed only allows me to see within the elevator, which always has many people coming through. For what it's worth, the murder was a right shame. I always enjoyed the serials starring Ms. Helen, though I did find them prone to repetitive plot structures. But I'm sure you've heard the rumor about what actually did her in. That marauders got into the hotel and management is covering it up so the guests don't run off.
Have marauders been a problem on the Grand Colony before?
Well, not necessarily, but they're fairly prevalent on the other complexes. It wouldn't take much for them to find their way here. Slug claims
it's supposed to be a
got the
safe
problem under
haven
control,
for people.
but I don't understand why they haven't simply gone and exterminated all of the marauders like the vermin they are. Oh, well, I'm just here to push buttons.
Of course you are. Oh, goodbye. How do you even get in there? Like your own hallway? Ooh, oh, that's a mess. Ooh, I like these worktops. Severed head of Burbage 2000. The head of Burbage 2000 torn from its body in the penultimate act of Titus Andronicus. Why, foolish Burbage, dost thou not perish? That Halcyon is but a wilderness of dissidents, and it is only through our citizens' vigilance that they will be caught. Report any and all suspicious behavior to your local constable. Okay. I don't know why it went shouting when it's just ahead. Concierge. Hello? No one? What is on the computer? Please do not store any insufficiently encrypted gossip on the Grand the terminal. Guest complaints. The infernal racket. Do you like torturing me? Is that what this is? When I first learned I'd just be beneath the floor occupied by the Rizzo's Rangers, I was excited, as any tossball-loving Halcyonite should be. What I did not anticipate is the degree to which these hullheads seem to enjoy prancing to and fro, pounding on their floor and my ceiling every hour of the architect-cursed day. Did they install a tossball fifth court upstairs while I wasn't looking, or is this normal? At worst of all, it sounds like one of them has decided to start imitating a woolly cow. I'll give them that it's a convincing facsimile, but it was no place in a hotel, and each bleat is so loud it shakes the glasses on my face. I demanded room change yesterday. For each additional hour after midnight today that I am not rehomed, I expect at least one employee to be fired. That is probably the best I've read something out loud today, if this whole year so far. I probably have slept enough then. If I'm able to read this without that many errors, I probably slept enough. Mechanical menace. A concerned Byzantine. To whatever member of the help it may concern, I have heard a horrible clanking passing my room every night for the past 6 nights. Yesterday, I mustered up all my courage and sent a servant to look, and upon her return, she said seen... What? She said seen. That's not... Whatever. She said seen what looks like an armed mechanical wander by my room for the past 6 nights. She said it was something called a Burbage 3001 and that it was a serial star. If this machine is a serial star, I must ask, why are you filming outside our rooms without paying us? We're not consenting to have our temporary property filmed. There is no doubt a contract for this. Whoever wrote this wasn't that good. And if the machine is being allowed to wander without being filmed, then I want to be paid double. Do you have any idea how dangerous that thing could be? It could tread on my foot and ruin my aspirations to be a professional dancer if I ever decide to have those aspirations. I urgently await a response. VIP guest list. Ruth Bellamy. Halcyon Helen. Spencer Woolrich. Black Hole Bertie Holcomb. Despite her celebrity status, the greater part of Halcyon Helen's requests have been fairly normal. Soap, shampoo, new towels, and so on. The one exception is her unusual consumption of food and drink. I'm not one to judge about that sort of thing. Lord knows I've been no stranger proclivities from other guests. But she really does request a lot, and frequently. Listen to this. For lunch today, she ordered 6 Boston bean sandwiches, 2 purpleberry shakes, 2 purpleberry liqueurs, and several retro rockets. And cigarettes enough to crush a teacup cannon. I'd wonder if she's planning a party, but the cleaning staff say that every time they've gone up, there's been no signs of what she's ordered. If Helen really does keep managing to get through all of what she's been ordering, then maybe she should consider quitting show business and entering the competitive consumption scene instead. Now, I'm wondering if, 1, she's pregnant, or 2, she has another person in her room. Because when you're pregnant, you eat a lot. Because you got eating for 2 people, and you also eat a lot of strange things sometimes. Woolrich Spencer. In the past 2 weeks, I received 315 different service requests from Mr. Woolrich. These requests include, but are not limited to, his entire wardrobe from Terra on Monarch, 413 different outfits, including a primal suit. 5 gallons of each color of spectrum, each black, except black. Wants 50 gallons of black. Teacup cannons for various breeds, a plasma launcher, and consisting of over 60% of all total requests, an upgraded room. Administrator Ludovico authorized him to move into the second largest room just to shut him the hell up, but Halcyon Helen got the biggest one, and of course Woolrich couldn't accept that he's been eclipsed. Got another room upgrade request as I'm typing this. I've more than half a mind to spend an exterminator to fumigate his room just so he can't request anything else for a while. But then he might come down here and try to talk to me, and I think I'd rather, quite honestly, be dead. Black Hole Birdie. Holcomb's requests have been about what you expect from a professional skullcracker. Toss balls sticks, new clothes, because he keeps, and I quote, accidentally tearing the shirts that are too small for my giant muscles. Funny how the rips I've seen look more like they've been made by hand. I've noticed that he asked for very little in the way of effort accelerators or enhancers. No skin tough, no oxycomp, not even any dervish mist. Typically, tossball players go through that filth like no one else. Maybe Holcomb's trying to prove something to Helen. Whatever it is, I don't think it's going to work. Well, I'm going to access restricted messages. Halston, I have reason to believe Ludovico is getting agitated again, which will likely present itself in several dozen messages to you, each demanding a reduction in Rizzo's payments. Funnel these messages into the trash if you please. If Ludovico wants to renegotiate the terms of our contract, he's welcome to take his operations elsewhere. Cedric. Interesting. So corporate arguments, which was kind of obvious from the start, considering that when they were talking, when I first met them, they just...
Oh, come on. Why is the lounge closed?
They were
I wanted
arguing.
brunch.
Oh no, not brunch. I already had mine. Ooh, I can hack this. No one will know.
Nice.
Ah.
I was going to wash my hands, I swear. Mr. Kincannon really knows how to run a hotel.
Oh yes, quite. So I lockpicked a room where a guy was busy washing his hands, or at least went to the bathroom. This is a fancy bathroom, jeez. They got tiles on the wall, still no mirrors though, which is weird.
I did not read about this kind of treatment in the service agreement papers.
What am I? Elevators. Oh, that's a cool elevator button. Slug guard.
We don't toss troublemakers out of airlocks. We just throw them over the edge.
Great. That's a big TV. Kind of big though, like thick. It's like a CRT nearly. Ah, another bathroom. That's a weird looking tap system. It's like this. I've come to see that this place seems to have got advanced technology, but in an archaic way. So like, it's not modern technology, you know, naturally progressed. It's like technology from the 50s. Pretty much like BioShock. Ooh, over there.
Black hole Bertie's disappeared, you know. That poor fellow must be inconsolable.
Happy customers are repeat customers. My last quarterly review said I had an attitude problem. Morale
Mr. Goodnight and Constable whatever her name is.
Oh, thank the law.
Hi.
Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you.
Nice, Constable Keen. Nice to meet you. We spoke over the Aether Wave.
Constable Maria Keene. It's good to meet you in person, Inspector.
Dr. Goodnight, ecstatic to make your various acquaintances and so on. Are we finished with the pleasantries? There's something I'm excited to show you.
What have you got for me, Doctor?
An extraordinary contraption. You'll love it.
Our coroner has developed a device which may prove useful in your investigation. Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Okay.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, please. You make it sound as if I'm turning over stolen goods. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier.
Clues are nearby. I equip the discrepancy amplifier to search for items. Whoa. Give me one moment. Fellas. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, sorry about that. I just had to get that sorted. It's cases like these where I wish I had more modders. Or at least modders that were active. Oh man, I don't have enough science. What does this thing do exactly?
I'm so glad you asked. Allow me to explain. The discrepancy amplifier uses a deterministic model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what should be and what actually is. Then it renders any discrepancies visible by using the power of magnification.
Okay. Well, how did you become an inspector? I got hired. You know, they were just like, oh, hey, we want you to do this thing for us, so you're going to be called an inspector. Sounds like something the OSI teaches.
Oh, goodness, no. I don't care for OSI doctrine. I just enjoy their math.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but
I just remembered
I'll bend
something.
that rule just this once. You'll want to peer into the amplifier and examine the crime scene.
So I just remembered, we got a message from that doctor from the secret research facility on that planet. I completely forgot that we were supposed to go back and talk to him because he asked us to go back and see him. So remember that. Keep a remember on that, so when I try to leave this place, I go and check that out because I completely forgot. Greetings, Inspector. Thanks to the half-genius, half-mad scientific mind of Mr. Good or Dr. Goodnight, you have been granted the discrepancy amplifier, a handy investigation device for uncovering clues throughout Eridanos. Be sure to equip the discrepancy amplifier in a weapon slot before you continue the hunt. Alright. Designed by Mr. Goodnight, is an inductive reasoning simulator and computation device fine-tuned to pick up discrepancy in Eridanos atmosphere. Complex. Oh, excuse me. This device requires the strong magnetic files of the Eridanos complex and cannot function anywhere else in the colony. Of course. So I shall put it on here for the moment. Ooh. To catch Helen's killer, you'll need to use the discrepancy amplifier scope to reveal clues not visible to the naked eye. Once you've located some evidence, aim directly at it with zooming in with the scope and pressing the interact button to analyze. Ooh. We're actually doing an animation for it. Cool.
Captain, please show a little respect.
All I did was take her bits. Why can't I analyze her? Oh, B.
The discrepancy amplifier is now operational.
No longer clueless.
Designated inspector and/or unauthorized larcenist. This unit has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin amplification.
I see you've been assigned with a modular analytic system. What else can you do?
The discrepancy amplifier has been programmed with advanced speech recognition, scientific analysis, and deterministic calculus protocols.
Oh, you'll love this. Amplifier, tell the inspector about your features.
Please do not interrupt the discrepancy amplifier. The discrepancy amplifier is programmed to take instruction from its registered or designated inspector.
That's
How curious. I must have set its impertinence levels to flagrant.
This unit's features include an automated personality simulator. This unit has been programmed to simulate joy and satisfaction in assisting you.
Oh, that's nice. Alright, well, let's get started. Tell me about the discrepancy you found.
This is a bottle of unreleased Rizzo's product. Helen appears to have attempted to use it to spell something as she expired, but all she managed was a sticky bee.
Sticky bee. Was she trying to spell the name of her killer?
This hypothesis is plausible, but requires additional information.
Isn't Black Hole Bertie staying here?
Correct. Bertie Blackhole Holcomb is a registered guest at the Grand Colonial Hotel.
Anyone else I should know about?
Accessing guest database B. The Grand Colonial Hotel is proud to serve the following VIPs. Bertie, Black Hole. Burbage 3001.
Make a note of this for later, Amplifier.
This evidence has been recorded for later reference. Now generating pre-approved complement. Splendid work, Inspector.
Thanks. Well, alright then.
I know you're eager to tell me what you found, but I'm waiting for the grand reveal. The moment when you discover some critical piece of evidence.
Actually, I wanted a word.
I was waiting for this. Yes, of course. I'm only too eager to cooperate.
Tell me about the body. What's the cause of death?
Our leading lady must have riled up someone. Her wounds from cranium to metatarsal are as follows. A blow to the head, severe enough to lacerate the flesh. Followed by a suite of plasma burns down the neck and back, signs of poisoning, evidence of inanition and desiccation, possible signs of jaundice, some shingles, one malformed toenail.
Let's stick to the most likely cause of death.
That's good advice. I'll just strike out malformed toenail as a possible cause of death. The short version is this. Helen was killed by poison, a blow to the head, and a plasma weapon. Possibly more.
3 things? To be fair, I'm remembering Indiana Jones. He got poisoned and then he got beaten the hell up because he didn't die fast enough. And then he drank the cure. And he was also shot at. So I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Just that Helen wasn't as good as a character, I guess, as she died this way. I'll bear that in mind, because there was one more thing.
I am, of course, at your service.
I'd like to know more about you.
Oh, why, I'm flattered, Inspector. Let me think. I've worked at the Grand Colonial for about as long as it's been around.
The fact that her mouth is not
Part of
moving
that
at all is
Byzantium,
weird, because
but I always felt like it was missing
it
something.
would.
And that something turned out to be corpses. Byzantium has much in the way of luxury, but examining the dead does not rank amongst the preferred activities of the elite.
Sounds like you enjoy being a coroner.
Absolutely. Usually I'm just a medical practitioner, so I almost never get to deal with anything as unique, or as quiet, as a corpse. The most interesting thing I saw prior to this was the back of Mr. Woolrich's throat after he blew out his vocal cords shouting at an attendant. If I weren't here, I'd be back in my quarters, rewatching Byzantium in the spring, or working on my automatic sprat peeler.
The frick is a sprat peeler? Speaking of inventions, I'm curious about the discrepancy amplifier.
Oh, good. One of my favorite subjects. Ask away, my dear. Ask away.
What made you invent it?
I didn't expect an existentialist question so early today. It's a need. Just as sprats feel they must breed, or canids feel they must brutally maul each other, I feel the need to create.
Engineering. Oh, that's a good thing I got this. The Amplifier's design is oddly bulky in places, like it's protecting something within.
You're smarter than I look.
What?
Guess there's no shame in telling you exactly what it is you're using, seeing how you're so curious. As it so happened, my husband was mortally wounded in a marauder raid about a year ago. Wasn't going to live more than a few hours. I happened to have an excess of preservative fluids, a scanning device.
Don't tell me his brain is in the gun.
And a sudden burst of inspiration. A tragedy doesn't mean you can't be proactive.
My husband was killed, so I put him inside a gun. Put his brain inside a gun to scan evidence? Oh. Yeah, are you insane? Why would you do something like that?
Hey now, some people are more sentimental than others, right? It'd be a waste not to make use of everything I can.
What?
My husband was the prior constable. He would have wanted his brain used for the pursuit of justice.
This game sometimes, it throws me for a loop in its reasoning because it's trying to be funny with everything. It just gets to the point of being ridiculous. It seems pretty powerful. Why are you trusting me with it?
Because you're the inspector. I should think that's rather obvious.
Yeah, but why not just use it yourself?
I invented the discrepancy amplifier to assist me in my own medical work. When you were hired to investigate Helen's death, I realized I had my own part to play. I programmed the amplifier to assist you. I'm entrusting it to your care because I want to see my invention help a brilliant inspector solve the murder of the century.
Well, you think I'm brilliant? Oh, well, thank you. And you want to be known as the inventor who helped solve Helen's murder.
You don't miss a thing, do you, Inspector? I can see why the constable recommended hiring you.
Oh, well,
Think
thank
of
you.
The amplifier is my gift to you. May it avail you in the swift and efficient prosecution of justice.
What happens if I break it or something?
I still have the blueprint and several extra prototypes floating around, but I might recommend you try to be careful with it. Some of the amplifier's internal components are rare, shall we say. and I don't have an indefinite supply.
Alright.
You sure you don't want to know anything else? Oh, alright. We can change the subject.
Well, we'll talk later. Later.
Seems you found something. Residue from a spill. The amplifier said something about, bee.
As in Black Hole Birdie.
Bertie Holcomb. I hadn't considered that. The two of them were in a relationship prior to Helen's death. I'll make a note of your discovery. Thank you, Inspector.
Oh, thank you. Why does it keep making that weird noise?
This footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the grand ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants.
Discrepancy amplifier. Do the size of these footprints match anything that we have on record?
Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular about their shoe size. It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint.
Can you analyze the dirt? Why can't I?
The dirt carries traces of fertilizer, as well as the faint signs of crushed purpleberries and grass. Grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards, located not far from the Grand Colonio.
So Hannah must have been at the orchards before she died.
This deduction appears sound.
Good work, Inspector. I had a feeling we'd make some progress once we brought you onto the case.
Yeah, it's not like the
You'll
gun's
need
the one doing it.
Ludovico to grant you access to the orchards. Contact him through the secure access terminal in your penthouse suite. Check in with the concierge. Your room should be ready by now. If it isn't, I may have to go shake someone by the collar.
I leveled up again. Woo! Right, so I would like to put up my persuade because that's coming up quite a lot, but so are some other stuff. Screw it. There you go. We could put more in. There we go. Now it's 10. I have 3 points left. Anywhere that would be useful to have it. There you go. Well, you look like the sheriff more than an inspector. I'm the sheriff inspector. Okay. Damage. Boom. Headshot. Headshot kills explode, damaging nearby enemies. When using inhaler, any downed companions are revived. Yes, I would like to have that. That seems pretty useful. Disparage profit probabilities work seminars, harming her image and costing her bits. We need to find and interrogate Prophet of Profitability. Runs the seminar retreats out on an extreme proximity camp near Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. Check out the penthouse suite. I can do that. See if there's anything else that I can see. So her footprints came from this direction. If it's brown, drink it down. Rizzo Spectrum Brown. What the hell is that inside it? Is that a shrimp or something? It kind of looks like one of the Harbinger from like Mass Effect 2. You know, assuming direct control. Let's see what this is like, actually. If it's brown, drink it down. So we gain +2, strength, charm, 10% base health. Mine attributes is -2, dexterity -2. Brown vodka willies, +1. Wait, mine attributes +1, so it's technically a minus or -1. Instead of a +2. Whatever. Temperament +1, base health -25. What? It almost negates itself. Because you get a +2 to strength, but you get a -1 to body attributes, which includes strength. So it would be a +1. Charm stays the same. Health, instead of increasing by +10%, decreases by -15%. And instead of -2 mind attributes, because we got a +1 to mind attributes, you get a -1. Dexterity stays the same. This is a terrible drink. It doesn't... Drink it. See what happens. If I die, it's not my fault. Oh, that goes outside. That's locked.
I knew I should have gotten her autograph when I had the chance.
Why is everybody staring? Didn't nobody teach them to respect the dead? Oh gosh, is that Miss Helen? Can we see?
Bhavati, come on.
Finally checked in, I see. I hope you're fond of the penthouse. It's pretty much the best seat in the whole hotel. You shouldn't want for any amenity you might find elsewhere. Should act as a better headquarters for the investigation than any space dust covered ship. That and you ain't got room service on a ship. You ever need anything, come find me. Even if you don't, you can still swing by. I'm always happy to chat.
Did you know the victim?
Oh, of course. That is, maybe not on a personal level, but I'm one of her biggest fans. Even started an association of like-minded individuals. I'd lament not having anything to meet about anymore, but the newer tribe just ain't done it for us. Still, there goes my hopes of a Terran Monarch reunion episode.
Oh well, there are other celebrities, right?
Sorry, friend, but I guess you don't get it. Helen was special, had a certain quality about her, like she would really go out and fight injustice. You look at Woolrich, and no disrespect to the man, but you just don't get the same feeling. He reminds me more of a vacuum suit without nobody in it. Don't tell him I said
that. Sounds creepy.
Now,
sure.
What can I lend a hand with?
From what I heard, your affection for Helen was somewhat extreme.
I suppose you could call it that, but that don't mean I poked around her room or nothing while she was out.
I never said anything like that.
Huge breach of hotel policy. Besides, knowing Helen's athletic acumen, anyone who tried probably would have been found, beaten senseless, then hurled into the hallway, followed by the contents of a garbage bin.
Who was the body on the floor? Oh, that was Helen.
That is, it'd probably happen, but it didn't. I'm just theorizing.
Curious about you. How'd you get to be a bellhop?
Notice my battle-hardened physique, have you?
Oh, yes.
Used to be in a mighty mean line of work. Been shot at 35 times. That is, I've been near people who were shot at 35 times. But to be honest, I never really enjoyed it, you know. It's one thing to tightrope walk between life and death every day, but for just a handful of bits? Nah. When this position came up, I jumped on it and made a lateral move from sublight to slug. I ain't ever looked back.
Thought slug and sublight didn't engage much. How'd you move from one to the other?
Well, slug is something like an offshoot of sublight. It ain't too difficult to pivot from one part of the same company to another. Disconnects or no. That said, my departure may have been somewhat hasty.
Sneak. Okay, what happened?
Well, you could call it a small lapse in judgment. Basically, I singled out a ship to salvage that I thought had been out for use for years. As it turns out, it belonged to a wealthy Byzantine who used it only to vacation. As it so happened, I still don't think she tried to use it, too satisfied with the luxuries of Byzantium. Still, I figured it was a good time to turn tail, in case that ever changed.
Any good stories? Sure, you've seen a lot coming and going.
Stories? Huh. Actually, I think I got a couple now that you mention it. Had a basket case visit from Fallbrook once. Almost took a swing at me when I tried to take his bag. Turned out to be full of live sprats. We charged him extra.
How different is working for Slug from within, from working within Live Sublight?
Well, Slug is more trustworthy for one thing, where Sublight is all about back alleys and backstabbing. Slug can be trusted not to salvage your ship when you turn your head.
I see. Well, back to my other questions. About the crime scene?
Please do.
Nothing. Goodbye. I'm going to be looking at everything.
We should try to solve the puzzle hedges in the orchards. The prize is supposed to be something valuable.
Hello?
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again.
I'm here for my key.
How may I be of assistance to you,
give me
Inspector?
key. The Grand Colonial sure is, interesting.
It certainly is a marvel of modern ingenuity, luxury, and ambition. Please, allow me to answer any curiosities you might have about our building and the amenities on offer.
What does the penthouse have to offer?
Twice the size of the next biggest room, and kitted out with any amenity you want, as well as many that you won't. Best to enjoy it while you can, Inspector. Typically, the only people
Why are
who
you
can
hunched
afford
over
the
like that?
penthouse suite have enough bits to suffocate everyone on Terra 2. Also, please inform me if Woolridge gives you a hard time about getting a better room than his. Don't tell him I said this, but everyone on staff wants to strangle him.
Anything special about the upper levels?
Most certainly. All the important folks can be found in the utmost parts of the hotel.
Uh-huh.
You can hardly walk 3 feet without bumping into a tossball grate or a bored exec. Though maybe don't bump into them. Could be harmful to your health.
No one seems to talk about the lower levels of the hotel.
Who would be interested in a staff-only area? Most folks never ask about the sewers beneath Arizo's plant, either.
There are sewers. You can't honestly tell me there's nothing of interest in an entire half of the hotel.
Of interest to your investigation? Well, I suppose there is that one door we're not supposed to open. But I'm sorry, Inspector, I'm not authorized to grant you access to any staff sections of the hotel. You'll have to find a way in on your own.
You're literally saying, hey, you should probably break the rules and just break your way in there. It's like, instead of going, you can't go in there because I'm not allowed to let you in there. That's all you should have said. But instead you went, you know, maybe you should break in there and put yourself in.
If you're sure.
You got some high-profile guests here. What can you tell me about them?
My apologies, Inspector, but that would be a severe violation of guest privacy. We here at the Grand Colonial firmly believe that... All right, my supervisor just walked out of earshot. Some folks just don't understand the importance of gossip. About whom? And what would you wish to know?
I like this woman. Did you notice anything about Halcyon Helen before she died?
You know, out of everyone here, I probably knew the least about Helen. I'm not much of an Aetherwave watcher myself. And Helen always had a crowd of admirers chasing her, you see. So she rarely stopped to chat. Friendly enough, surely, but always seemed untouchable. Emphasis on seemed.
Uh-huh. Did you ever see her acting strangely?
Now that you mention it, she was usually calm and collected, but every so often I'd see her looking all wild-eyed and intense. It seemed as if she was determined about something. Or maybe she was just hungry. That woman ordered a lot of food. Maybe show business gives you a faster metabolism.
Heard Black Hole Bertie was staying here.
Bertie. Is he bigger than he is dumb, or dumber than he is big?
He's a big dumb.
I have a bet with a friend. Not sure we'll ever get it to pay out. Bertie used to be Helen's beau, though he isn't anymore, and not just because she's dead. If I had 1,000,000 bits, I'd spend everyone just to learn what caused their split.
Got some productive productivity guru here, right? What's her deal?
Her deal? Not making them. I'd laugh at my own comment, but everyone knows there's no bigger joke than the prophet of profitability herself. Didn't you hear Helen's interview?
No.
That woman is the definition of humbuggery. Anyone who gives her the time of day is a right fool. I mean, Spencer Woolrich has taken several of her productivity seminars, and look where it got him. Don't waste your time.
Okay. Helen's co-star, Woolrich. Any reason to want her dead?
If looks could kill, he'd have put her in the ground 10 times over. Man's clearly jealous of her success compared to his. See, I'd bet we're the only two people thinking about him in all of Eridanos. And I only am because you mentioned his name. If you leave woolly cow milk out, it turns to curds.
Like normal milk.
Leave the curds out, they begin to get stale, then rot. Woolridge is on his way to the trash bin, and everyone knows it. Either he's in denial, or he knew Helen would be checking out soon, judging by his increasing demands for a room upgrade.
Huh, alright.
That's a shame, Inspector.
Oh, I don't know who's going to go to this. I'm a freelance captain, changing the colony one stakes encounter at a time, or one high stakes encounter at a time.
A dashing gunslinger type, then. I'm sure the investigation will turn out splendidly in your hands. Or at least Mr. Kincannon seems confident enough to believe so.
I wanted to ask if my room was ready yet.
Ah, yes. We are most pleased to offer you our grandest of grand accommodations, Inspector. The penthouse suite on our topmost floor is now available for you.
Awesome.
The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated unexpectedly, so we needed a little time to tidy the suite up for you. Simply call the elevator in the lobby, and our highly skilled operator will deliver you to your private floor with efficiency and cheer.
Woo! Goodbye. Now, I just want to be double sure, because the body was also highlighted, but I don't know if that's because I was looking at if it's only for the bee, or if I can actually scan her body. It looks like I can't do anything to the body itself. The bee was highlighted, but I'm just wondering why her body's highlighted when there's nothing I can click on.
Got it. Inside voices.
Oh well.
Well, I suppose I've seen stranger.
Time to go up.
Hello there, my inordinately... Oh, you're the one who visited me.
Hey there,
Hello
TLG.
again.
Hi.
Thanks so much for brightening my day. What authorized floor can I bring you to?
Bring me to the penthouse suite.
Next stop, the finest seat in the house.
Oh, that was fast. Jeez. Oh, everyone's here.
I'm gonna nick a few towels. They won't notice.
You think they'd object to me setting up a tanning station here?
What the? What is this blue stuff? Is it supposed to be clothes?
Sam's special inspector.
Profit or Profitability Flyer. A flyer promoting a productotherapy seminar with renowned Profit or Profitability Jasmine Lever? At a retreat in the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. Under her patented system, purge your body of nefarious humors, stopping you from unlocking your true product potential. Humors, yes.
Use a magnifying glass to sleuth out the germs and parasites that other cleaning products leave behind.
Everything's so soft and silky and expensive. Oh gosh, I hope I don't get any grease stains on the furniture.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Even if you do, they'll clean it up. It's their job.
The longer we stay here, the more I can feel my mind softening.
My brain is getting soft. I'm losing the wrinkles.
This room ain't so bad. I could get used to this.
Investigation board. This board is covered with a loose collection of photographs and papers. Examine the board. A black notebook lies open beside a stack of clean papers. It looks like someone intended to write something but never got started. Okay. I guess these are the pictures of the different people then. Like, there's the body with the bee and the footprints. Don't know who that is. That's the profitability seminar thing. And these are just pictures of different locations. Helmet. I'll take that. They say they clean up the place, and yet this place is just completely filthy.
Inspector, I understand you've visited the scene of the crime.
Yep.
Halcyon Helen was an important cultural icon. She will be sorely missed.
You mean Ruth Bellamy? Halcyon Helen was just a character.
Halcyon Helen was more than a character. She was a brand. Her death
My
will now
brand.
be associated with Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. You understand why that worries me.
I get it. You don't want to be responsible for a drink that kills people.
I do not. Spacer's Choice has that market cornered. Back to the matter at hand. Tell me about your investigation.
So wait, that's the name of the Muppets, right? You're not wrong. But hey, Sam, welcome. Well, I've got a lead. I can't tell you why, but I need access to the orchards.
Your discretion is appreciated. I admit, I'm beginning to feel more confident in this arrangement. Here, I'm granting you access through the gates to the orchards.
Darn
You're
right.
officially authorized to see this investigation through to the end. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you into the spaceport. Possibly he's trying to hide something. Possibly he wants to annoy me. Possibly both.
Yes. So he locks his doors the moment an investigator arrives? That's not suspicious at all.
I agree with the sentiment behind your snide remark. Unfortunately, the Piraeus spaceport is Cedric's purview, not mine. You have a lead to chase. Law speed, Inspector.
Yes. Well, now he just leaves. Someone just keeps leaving all of their clothes everywhere. We'll clean it for you to use, and then they don't clean it.
Hi there, Inspector. It might be a little beyond my job description to ask, but at my heart, I'm still a bellhop. Was the suite to your liking?
Did I ask you to talk to me? Just shut up and do your job. No. I don't know they made the rooms that large. It was great.
Good. I'm glad. Now, I'd love to bring you to a floor of your choosing.
Take me to the VIP guest floor, please.
Oh, so sorry, but you're not actually authorized to visit that floor. What authorized floor can I bring you to?
The lobby, I guess, then. Oh, no. We've finished this. Does this actually kick me out? Oh, cool. It's gatekeeping jerk. Yeah. What's the weapon I've got? It's a, well, it seems to be some kind of goop gun, but it's more of a scanner for, like, scanning information and, like, investigate scenes and everything. You know, you can shoot it. You can also scan things. So, oh god, I don't know why the map takes so long on just this one place. There we go. So the Proctivity Queen is up there. And the momentary taste of it there. What's this one over here? Oh, that just leads me out. I guess we'll go over here first, and then we can go chalk to the profit or profitability. Have you enjoying the game so far? Well, it is definitely very similar to New Vegas.
That smell.
That's a big pool.
Whatever that is, it'll kill more than bacteria.
The game's been fine. I don't say I wouldn't hate it. I like it. It's just not what I was expecting. But it's enjoyable to an extent. It's just that the problem this game has, which is the main problem I think, is that it tries to be funny too much. Like it tries to be funny every time it does something. So it gets a little over the top. But when it lands a joke, it's funny. Rules: no running, brisk walking, galloping, prancing, no lingering on pool grounds without a lingering pass, no splashing water higher than 3.48 feet, no roughhousing without a roughhousing pass, and no swimming or lounging without food or drink in hand. What? So you can't swim unless you've got food in your hand? This fine will be multiplied to the power of number of rules you have broken. There is no maximum fine amount.
Excuse me. The pool plaza is currently closed to guests.
Why are you wearing...
Oh, you're that inspector. Right. Sorry, but the pool's currently closed on account of it stinking worse than my boss.
Where in the murder mystery story are you? Well, I've just seen Helen's body in the grand ballroom. So that far. I've only really just got here. Why does the pool look all green?
Space me if I knew. I got here for my shift this morning and found it this way. They can't yell at me for this one, which is good, because a lot of folks seem upset by it.
This morning, so it happened just before the Spectrum Brown launch.
Gee, you're pretty sharp. Yeah, the reception party would have extended out here, but we had to close it off. What with the contamination. And now the reception ain't happening anyway. Can't do much now but wait for the stench to wear off. We found the individual hired to clean face down in a puddle of his own spit in the orchards. Guess he won't be helping.
Huh. That's where Halcyon Helen went. Something about this sounds off kilter. I'd like to take a look around.
Alright. You may want to visit the Sun Parlor. That's where that Rizzo's fool mixed the chemicals he used. Oh, and you could talk to Lily, my boss. She probably has some great advice. I saw her walk toward the bridge to the Purpleberry Orchards earlier. Reckon she's still there. Now, anything else I can do for you?
I've got some questions.
So long as you don't want to go in, I can answer anything you like.
Pretty heavily armed for a pool guard, aren't you?
Yeah, it's part of the job. I think I'm listed as a security consultant. But all that really means is that if I'm caught without this thing, I get put on pool guard duty. I don't know what happens if I'm caught without it on pool guard duty, but I know that I don't want to find out.
It's just so weird that he's wearing a swimsuit but still wearing a helmet. You said that Rizzo hired someone to do the cleaning?
Yep, still dead. Usually Rizzo's is pretty good at making sure the people they hire ain't got tripicale for brains, but that fella clearly wasn't worth trusting. I met him briefly once. Seemed level-headed enough, but that must have been just a front. Otherwise, he wouldn't have made such a mess of things.
What if he was lying down in his own drool, then maybe he got knocked out and someone came in and changed the chemical composition?
Sounds good to me.
Right, I'll be on my way. Time to investigate. Why is there a sprat here?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
What does that mean?
Analysis reveals the chemical signature of this compound is 80% semblant of fertilizer used in the Purpleberry Orchards. The other 20% is semblant of pool water.
Why is it fertilizer? Anything else I can see? Pool chemical required. Okay. Is that a tennis court? It is.
Wonder who gets it if you hit it over the edge.
That's a good point. Because they are right on the edge of just nothing. Knockout court memo. To all guests, management urgently requests you refrain from using tossable equipment on the sudden death knockout courts. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Another one of these pictures for Phineas. Well. there anything more I can learn from this? It's still pointing me down here. Ah. Mechanical traction for propagating chemicals inserted above through the pool water. Someone has scratched a sentence in the filter plating. Orion was here. We have his gun. My favorite game? Probably Final Fantasy 7 off the top of my head. I guess I'm going to check out the parlor. Whoop, didn't mean to fall off. Hello? Don't mind me. I'll read the newspaper. Hollywood talking, star sighting, extra, extra, read all about it. Screen legend spotted on row. That's probably fine. Ow! I keep doing that. Oh. Die, foul creature. This only does 2 damage.
Someone else will clean this up, right?
How exciting!
This place is more exciting than I thought.
What even happened? Well, I can't go this way because it won't let me.
Gotta be a back entrance or something.
Maybe, yeah. Probably have to go for the roof, don't I? Just be careful. It doesn't look like you have that much ammo to so conserve shots. I have 2,000 bullets. Thank you very much. I think I have more than enough. I just run everywhere and just shoot things, and then I can just find more. Whee! There we go. You know, no one's here. I could just... Wilderness checkpoint note. Evan, remember the cards tonight. If you don't show, I'll set Raptidons loose in here with you. I'm kidding, but don't forget, you hear? I need help knocking Bay down a rung or 3. She's had me writing field reports for her all week. Botanical Operations Building. Cards tonight, Fritz. Okay. Is that it? There's nothing else here? I thought there'd be like a thing for the door.
Whew. Thanks for the help back there. I've actually never fired a gun before. Is this ringing in your ears normal?
You may want to see a doctor about that.
That's more than a little disconcerting, since I maxed out my medical allotment this month. That's what I call my booze fund. Still,
man,
I had to be alive to be able to go deaf later. I'm not sure if I actually hit any shots. If you hadn't intervened, it could have been bleak.
Seems like it'd be Slug's job to keep a horde of Raptidons from getting this far.
I'm just as confused as you are. Someone should have been on shift to see them coming. Ms. Vargas would probably have a better idea of what happened. She's stationed at the luxury pad.
You know, I just realized... No, I don't want to say that. Take care. I was going to say, I'm not going to extort this guy.
I can't believe...
You know, I never imagined Spencer Wolf...
Why do they all have to have posh voices? The sun parlor. Here we are. Ooh. Pretty. It's those Whoville flowers again. A Mark III revolver. That's new. I'll take that. Pool cleaner. Blue water. Plus coloring number 422. Chlorinsol? Hydrogenated defoamer. Looks like something was rubbed out. It Seems Rizzo has set me up with another rather straightforward task. Slug has an automatic mixer for the pool cleaner. If it's automatic, one would think it wouldn't need to be manually cycled, but I suppose I should be thankful it works at all. Instructions. Mix the chemicals by cycling each vat, then use the console to create a compound once you have the desired combination. Not exactly building a terraformer here, but no matter how simple these things are, some people will still have problems. Good that I've been at this for as long as I have. Chemicals. Chlorensol. Red number 1. Muriatic acid. Green number 2. Brominating oxalator. Yellow number 3. Blue water coloring 422. Blue number 4. Hydrogenated defoamer. Orange number 5. Seems odd to store all these chemicals together. Putting some of these together would render the pool less habitable than some of the sulfur pits on Monarch. Perhaps that's why they decided to hire a professional. Beneath the entry there's a note in different handwriting. Any opportunistic freelancer that reads this should meet me on the hotel balcony. I have a business opportunity. Interesting. UVAT 1. Remaining. Color. Oxalator. Mixed chemicals. Existing chemicals and canisters will be removed and the chemical vats will be mixed into a new compound. Okay, well, let me check around first. There is no evidence stuff showing up. I'll take that. Flowers, that needs outside. Now, I have to try and remember what it said now. So we need coloring number 422, chlorensol, and hydrogenated defoamer. So number 4. Chlorensol. Red number 1, and orange. So blue, red, orange. Blue is 4. Why is it skipping? I guess it only has a set number. So... There's blue. God. Thank God these are numbered, because some of these colors are not showing... They're too similar sometimes. Five, 4, 1. Yeah. Or in this case, 154. But I'll keep it on that for now, just in case mixing it concludes the story. Why is the floor wet? Anything interesting going over here?
It's real pretty up here. Almost like they cut out a piece of Terra 2 and brought it up to the sky.
What is this even looking at? There's nothing there.
It really...
Grand Colonial menu. Did you finalize the mix? Looked like there might have been a final step or a lever. Yeah, there is a terminal at the end that you can use to mix all the chemicals together.
The view's fit to stop one's heart.
But I wanted to go talk to the person, whoever left the message behind, before I mix it, just in case it locks me out. Let's go talk to this stranger. And check out this thing over here. Ooh. What is down here? Hello? Don't mind me. I'm just...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
What? Where?
Analysis concludes. The losing player used an overly cautious strategy that led to an insurmountable deficit in points.
Didn't Vargas describe Evan as overly cautious? I guess it showed in his play.
Slug discipline records show a half-dozen reports of illegal gambling in games of chance on company property. Perhaps there's evidence of an ante for this game?
Maybe he had a gambling debt someone cashed in on? Interesting. I wasn't actually expecting there to be Chapter 3. Commits regicide. Do I want to read this? I can skim read it for myself. Dissident Queen. But a tremendous mutant slug. Okay.
Why'd Helen have to go and die in our hotel? We don't need that kind of notoriety.
Wow. Purpleberry Orchards Connector Complex. Evan O'Connell. Is this even a quest? Am I just doing something I don't even know? Where am I even going? Oh, that just takes me back inside. I don't want to go in yet. Right, so over that way. I can probably put this away. I don't really need it right now.
You believed Halcyon Helen's death.
Although I'm not sure if I need the weapon out in order for it to be like, oh, we found some evidence you want to look at. Hello there, Donovan Mathis.
I saw you meander on out of the pool and into the greenhouse. Now you're here. Does that mean what I think it means?
I read your note. Suffice to say I'm interested.
Good. If you're interested in burying the pool, I'm interested in paying you.
Why go after the hotel pool? Not exactly the most high-profile target.
Maybe not. Maybe I just want Rizzo's working relationship with Slug to implode for the benefit of Spacer's Choice. But you're right. It ain't high profile. And it ain't gotta be. Any damage to Rizzo's is cause for celebration. You ain't gotta concern yourself with my spite. Consider me an average Byzantine, and I'll consider you an average contractor.
I don't know if I want to work with Space's Choice, considering, you know, they suck. It just seems like a weird thing to do. It's just like, oh, let's ruin this swimming pool just because. Yeah, I don't think I want to get wrapped up in your intercorporate politics.
Shame. Well, I hope you'll soon see Rizzo's for what they are and help me bring them low.
Nah. Bring Space's Choice down low, then yeah, maybe. Ow! God, the fall damage on this is just silly. That didn't even fall from that high. Don't mind me, just stepping all over the grass. Right, let's make this pool cleaner. Ooh, unknown compound. Add the chemical to the pool filter. And now we got more people here. How's everyone else doing? Hope everyone's having a good day. I'm just going to try and clean a pool out, and I hope I mix the right stuff. Looks like the chemicals can be added to the pool filter. I'm going to attempt to make it a pool cleaner.
All sounds right by me. It'll be nice to actually have guests to guard. Sinuses that work.
Agreed. The sooner I can get rid of this odor, the better.
Sorry, did you say something? I couldn't hear over the smell. Sound. What'd you say?
What? You're weird. Here we go. Well, that was the wrong chemical, I guess. I swear I got that right. I should have really quick saved when I did it, but I didn't for some reason. Blah, 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 blah.
But
Let's try this again and actually not screw it up. I'm going to go down a few more steps this time. I don't even know how I got it up.
Did you hear this?
Blue watercoloring 422, chlorinsol, hydrogenated defoamer. Hydrogenated defoamer is orange 5. Wait, did it reset it? Right, 5. Chlorinsol, red 1. And then blue 4. Okay. 154. Quick save. Chlorinsol. Defoamer. Blue coloring. Mixed chemicals. Yes. Okay, I guess it reset it when I left. I should have really checked. That was probably my fault. Because it'd be kind of funny. It was just like, I don't want to work with you. You sound kind of weird. And then I actually end up doing it by accident anyway. It's just like, well, I did it by accident. Can I still get paid? Hey, it's turning blue.
Oh, thanks a million, Inspector. The smell cleared right up. Well, in a couple hours, the guests might even be back. Then I actually gotta start doing my job. Of course, we're not gonna get a follow-up shipment for the water anytime soon, so they'll have to content themselves on the deck. I got a little something for making my job that much less miserable. It's the key to our storeroom. If my boss asks, you never met me.
Who are you? Key? I think we both know my work was a little more than that.
I guess I can spare a few bits.
Yeah!
And, here, this pack of smokes. Sorry, they don't really load me up with the goods. I gotta get back to it if you don't mind, Inspector.
Sure thing. Can I not report the guy that was trying to dismantle it or something? I'll also put that back on. Did I check over there? I don't think I did. Guy's still there. Let's see if we can talk to him.
Huh? Carry on.
I guess not then. We'll check that over there. What do we have?
We're the future of Sublight. Just you wait and see.
Why are the lights so bright? Guess that's that. I guess we can go back underground. I can check out the storage room now. I was going to keep my gun out. Just so that I'm ready. Just imagining just watching a person running around with a gun out. Just like, that person's got a gun. Ah, that's normal. There we go. Ooh, hello. You lockdown alert. Alert to all Sublight Underground agents. Until further notice, the Eridanus atmospheric complex is under lockdown. No person is permitted to arrive or depart from the complex without explicit permission from Mr. Kincannon. Vargas. Hello. Hey, Miss Vargas. Wanted to let you know Everything is under control. Situation normal. Just a small weapons malfunction and a slight gas container combustion. Workplace hazard, really. Maybe if you actually trained us instead of spending all your time shouting your overinflated head off, Slug wouldn't need to buy itself a new wall. Oh well, live and learn, yeah? If anyone on my idiot maintenance team crew who is still alive and not actively on fire, I've gotten a dozen reports about an explosion in the generator room. Last I recall, I sent a team of you hullheads down there for a routine inspection. Please, please tell me you remembered to shut down the void-saking generator before you started jabbing around in there. Tell me you at least remembered the most basic of safety procedures, because if you forgot again, I swear on my grandmother's grave I will find out, and then I will find you, and if, and I do mean if, any of your organs are still functioning after I've finished with you, I'll rip them out and sell them to the nearest Spratwurst vendor, which will make maybe half a dent in the monetary damages you've caused on Slug's behalf. Fuck! Open safe. My safe now. It's like that communism mean. It's like my safe. No, our safe. It's funny that I can just take this stuff. 2.0 mine now. Alright, I guess I can check out where this goes. Blinky blonk. Where am I?
Something mighty strange went on earlier.
What happened? Norval get his cap stuck in the toilet again?
Not today. I was
Engineer job posting.
carrying a bag up to the second VIP guest floor earlier. Even for our guests, it was spectacularly heavy.
Wow, exciting.
I wasn't finished. I took a bad step and dropped it. Know what spilled out? Rocks. Whoever owned it was just making me carry it around for fun.
Is that slippers? Broken elevator notice. Grand Colonial Hotel service elevator is out of order and will be for the foreseeable future. Please use the stairs to transport all equipment to and from the employee quarters until further notice. So, anything that's down here, you have to carry up the stairs.
Get anything good for lunch?
That just doesn't seem good. Bellhop, more brunch stuff. What the hell are these? Please excuse our mess. We've worked hard to remove all the valuable treasures our valued guests have misplaced in our pipes. Per usual, items recovered from the sewage inhaler will be auctioned off at the start of the month to employees of the Grand Colonial Hotel. Why did I keep talking instead of taking a breath? Note that sanitation materials will be auctioned off as well. Happy hunting. It's a ship. Kitchen. Oh, it's there's a mirror, a window. I thought it was just a thing I could jump over, but no.
Hear about the murder?
How the hell?
Thing back here I can take. That won't be a danger. Damn. Well, this is new.
Nice and easy.
Room B1 card. A key to a room on the employee quarters section of the Grand Colonial. I'll take that.
Can't imagine what it must be like. Living down here like sprats in a wall.
Oh boy. Oh, whoa, this place is a lot bigger than I thought it was. I guess I'll go down here first. Oh god. Work IDs of Helen's sidekicks. This pile of cartridges contains the IDs of Helen's sidekicks who were killed, mortally wounded, mulched, melted, torn in ribbons, decapitated, or turned into mechanicals in the line of duty, or otherwise identified post-mortem. That's a lot of people. Dick Tenderly. Ugh. Suppose that's a model of the gun. A signed poster. The spectacular and thrilling and great adventures of Elaine Norville and Halcyon Helen, chapter 45 out of 137. He literally wrote a fan fiction. I gotta read this part. Halcyon Helen, looking very beautiful as always, with her beautiful eyes and lips and nice shoes. She quickly grabbed Lord Bellhop's Elaine Norville's hand. Oh, thank you so much, Elaine, she sighed slowly, batting her beautiful eyes at him, also slowly. You are the best partner I have ever teamed up with. You are so big and strong and good at shooting. I wish I had you with me from day one. Then maybe I would not have so many dead sidekicks. It ain't no big deal, purple berry cakes. Chuckled Lord Bellhop Elaine Norville. As he took a puff of his cigarette and blew the smoke from the barrel of his Spacer's Choice auto pistol at the same time. I am just a wandering assassin. Being good at shooting stuff is only because I am part of my job. What? It is bad writing. Yes, you are, and you are so handsome, sighed the beautiful Helen. Thank you, chuckled Lord Bellhop Elaine Norville. You don't have to say his full name. Just then they started to go for a kiss, but wait, just as the romance was about to happen, suddenly a hand had grabbed Elaine's leg. Helen screams, "It is me, the Dissident Lord. I'm here to get you and take your bits and give them to everybody else for free," screams the Dissident Lord as the villain began to crawl out of the dirt. His zombie army was also crawling to the surface behind him as well. I guess there's only one thing to do, sneered the heroic Lord Bellhop as he took a big Hammersmith flamethrower out of his back pocket that he was being... For just this occasion, time to make some dissident steaks. The funny thing is that there are actual fan fictions like that. He looked beautiful in his beautiful shoes with his big beautiful eyes, and he jiggled along. Ow!
In room A3. Please. Someone come help me.
Hello? How do I get in room A3?
I'm feeling weak. Please just open the door. I'm not sure how much longer I'll make it.
Whoa. Damn, I just half-eaten bellhop.
I'm trapped in room A3. Please, someone come help me. I'm feeling weak. Please just open the door. And I'm not sure how much longer I'll make it.
This is the first time I've had an audio log.
Door's stuck. And I know I need to write a service request, but I can't get it under the door. Is anyone there?
Jesus, there's an arm in the bathroom. Gnawed arm. Trace amounts of spat saliva on this current stump. Former arm indicates that the starving bellhop fed the starving creatures with her flesh. It's a shame she was unwilling to eat herself first. I mean, I guess. The team to lead Halcyon. Hastily written note. To whom it may concern, please consider this a note as a service request to fix A3's faulty door. I deeply apologize for not following proper protocols with this informal request, but my terminal is broken. Too broken to submit a service request form to fix it. I normally would never thumb my nose at our standard operating procedures, but I've been stuck in my room for several days now, and I believe I'll likely starve to death quite soon. Well, I hope to hear from someone soon in regards to processing this urgent request. Thank you. So polite. But why didn't she just climb out the wall here? That's a box. Blueprints? Why are there blueprints here? And here? Is this like some sort of... Removed wall panel. The wall panel has been removed. Judging by the scorch marks by the sides of the blowtorch abandoned on the floor, its removal does not conform to the company guidelines. Yes. What the... Parasite spawnling. What the hell is a parasite? Parasite spawning. Was that supposed to be like an Aliens reference? Thunderclap. Someone has been hoarding a bunch of random stuff here. There's just a bed. Oh. Hi there. Sure, I'll hack this. Access door controls. Engineer's note, you have access to Bob Mott's personal minimal effort door control protocol. If you're reading this message and you are not Bob Mott's, exit the console immediately and do not enter my personal quarters. No, I'll unlock that door. Access messages. Notice of termination. Robert, this is to inform you that tampering with the hotel property is unacceptable. You are not authorized to repair the malfunctioning time clock. I know you were eager to avail yourself of Rizzo's free tour in exchange for 10,000 hours on the clock, but you have forgotten where your loyalties lie. By accepting that free tour, you would have unwittingly agreed to become a part of the Rizzo family. You're Slug, not Rizzo's. Or rather, you were Slug. I'm disappointed in you, Robert. Consider this message your termination notice. Effective on the receipt. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. I'll just break this down and take everything else. Weird, because the things over there are not illegal to take. Never mind, I thought they were. Well, I'm going to go this way now and check out the other things. What's this? Janitor's private diary. Dear diary, my new living quarters are real swell, but I'm having a bit of trouble getting to sleep every night. Management kindly offered to board me up in the hallway while they commandeer my room for Spectrum launch storage. Since then, I swear I've been seeing things. Not sure it's due to lack of sleep on account of the damned leaky pipe above my bed, but last night I saw something like a giant worm slither past me. Now, don't get me wrong, it's entirely grateful over all the space I now have, but I have to find a way to get some rest before I go completely mad. Well, I killed it for you. What's screeching at me? Oh god. Is everyone in this place leaving like cramped quarters? I have eaten the purple berries with which were in the refrigerator and which were you were probably saving for breakfast. They were awful. Oh, okay. Who's those strangers? Birdie, the black hole, Hulk home.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Where? What? Oh, it was there for a second. Is it the fridge?
This collection of frozen food has not been restocked in some time. Many of these items are not available in the Grand Colonial and must have been brought in from outside. The fridge was transported here from one of the guest bedrooms upstairs.
Okay, and this is relevant to the investigation. How? Ooh, vermin too. Is that it? Nothing else? Alright. Onwards. What is this, a dartboard? I think it is. Weird. There's just a bunch of stuff down here. Are they just kidnapping? You know what I meant. taking things from people's rooms. Not that I blame them. Considering they're living down here, where everything just looks awful. That's a picture of a boat. Don't want to go in there yet? Let me see if there's anything else first.
Get ready.
What?
Keep this up and I won't have any new battle scars.
Oh boy. Champion tossball stick? Yes, please. It's mine now. Imagine they come back and say, "Where's my champion tossball stick?" Gonna quickly, thank you. I just noticed the blessed you. Why are there all these sprats down here? Another place with a hole in it. Engineer's final note. To whom it may or may not concern, I don't understand why I deserve to be terminated. I was your engineer. I fixed things. Your time clock was malfunctioning. You were logging 1 hour for every 10 I put in. How is that fair? And yeah, I admit it. I wanted that free tour of the distillery. I put in my 10,000 hours and I deserve to wet my throat with a little Spectrum Violet. I didn't know accepting that free tour meant I joined the Rizzo's family. I know I can't read fine print ever since that welding incident or accident. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Catch a freighter back to the Groundbreaker? Sublight won't pick me up, so I guess that means I'm just going to go walk to Mr. Ludovico in hat in hand and beg him to employ me. Sorry, I take that back. I won't have my hat in hand. I turned that in with the rest of my personnels. It was a stupid hat anyway. Mods. Right. Oh. It's a engine. Hotel guest. Oh, hi. Sprats of unusual size. Take it in the face. Ah. You're a big boy. The camera not helping. Yeah. And then I killed it with a shot to the head. Plasma Carbine Ultra. Alright. Good job, everyone.
I'll keep it down.
Plasma cut gold. Ooh, that's new. Did I not go in that room? Well, I will after I get out of here. There's just a giant sprat that lives down here, I guess. And a bathroom. Well, I guess we can just leave now. There are stairs? Or did I miss the stairs?
I was a few minutes late with room service.
We got stairs this way too. Because they required a higher thing, that's why.
I hope you catch the killer soon, Inspector. I don't want to see the Grand Colonial.
And suddenly everything is all fine up here.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Where?
Analysis of this stovetop reveals an alarming degree of grease buildup, approximating proximity to volatile gases and chemicals. Chances of an explosive combustion upon next use currently at 92.9%.
This seems like a workplace hazard. Hasn't Slug caught this?
Searching slug work logs. No work log found. Creating conjecture. Slug has likely not fixed this issue due to a lack of responsibility on the part of their employees.
Is this normal?
Most corporations have regular cleaning procedures to prevent damage to company property. Slug, already unlike most corporations in a variety of ways, does not. That or the employees tasked with inspecting are shirking their duties. For shame.
Turn on the stove.
Wait, bad idea!
Performing scan. Gaslight appears to have gone out some time ago. Chance of explosive combustion without gaslight, 0.01%.
Oh man, I wanted to blow up. And suddenly it's clean. Oh, I see. I can only see it through the thing. Got it.
Terribly sorry, but I can't chat just now. Someone on the second VIP level just ordered 15 canid meat pies, and if I don't get to it now, it'll be my head.
I'm an inspector. I've got some questions about Halcyon Helen's murder.
I understand your devotion to your job. Really, I do. And I hope you'll understand mine. Things might change if you had something very particular to talk to me about, but I'm afraid I'm just too busy to talk right now. I'd be delighted to chat with you later.
Okay. I'm holding you to that. Rum and something. Just rum and something. Oh, this just leads back out. Oh, I didn't know the kitchen was directly connected. Well. Guess I'll go out that way then. We'll be finishing the stream shortly. Soon, not like in a few seconds. But I want to get to the... I at least want to make some headway a bit more into the story of this. Of the other area. Man, I hope I get her gun. It just looks cool, if stupid. So I need to go this way.
I hope the murderer is caught soon.
We don't talk from
No one's supposed to be coming or going.
Rizzo
When I
cares
can't
about
get a
that.
hold of anyone in the orchards, I
Lily
can't
Vargas.
be sure of that, can I?
No, Miss Vargas. Sorry, I'll work on getting a hold of someone.
Great, you do that. I'll be waiting right here.
I like your outfit.
Swear to the architect, Matthias, if you've lost your rifle's ionization coil again. Oh, wait, you ain't part of my crew. What do you want?
Are you okay? You sound a little tightly wound.
Tightly wound? Tightly wound? Damn right, I'm fine. I'm going to my calm place, where there's peace and quiet, and none of my sprat fucking subordinates can bother me. On behalf of Slug, I'd like to apologize for that outburst, as well as all of my future outbursts. Yes, I'm a little wound up. You would be too. Between the landing pad, lockdowns, gate closures, and constant questions from angry guests, I've got a lot on my plate. And if that don't beat all, one of my crew is AWOL.
Missing persons? I'm actually an inspector. Or is it Matthias? Matthias?
I wish. Matthias is about as useful as a manta queen in a saltuna cannery. Wouldn't give a damn if he were lost. Frankly, he'd be doing me a favor.
Jeez. Well, I'm an inspector. I could look into it for you.
If you're serious, I'd appreciate the help. He's been missing a few days, and we're low on staff as it is.
A few days? Why'd you wait until now for him?
It's not exactly uncommon for slug agents to go on the odd bender. They'll pick a place they think I don't know about and hunker down. Usually I don't bother with the discipline.
Is this about the one that I just was looking into with the guy doing gambling or whatever?
They usually resurface within 24 hours, or at least yell for medical help. This guy, not a peep.
I'll look into it. What do I need to know?
The missing crew member's Evan O'Connell.
Yep.
He's one of about 2 slug agents I can trust with more complex tasks than stand here and look tough. Friendly type. Well-behaved, followed orders. Anyone else, I'd think they got drunk and fell asleep in a ditch somewhere, but O'Connell's not really the type. He was last stationed at the Wilderness Checkpoint. I'd search there first.
I have to say, you look like Frost from Mortal Kombat. Just don't rip out my spine like Mortal Kombat. We'll be fine. Well, I wasn't expecting this to come up too, so I guess I'll do that. Oh, it wants me to go over there as well. Because I've already investigated the other places. Evan was invited to an after-hours game at cards at the Botanical Operations Building. It might be Killer Frost, I'm not sure. I know that it's at least the thing. I lost track of what I was saying. I don't know if her name is Killer Frost, but I know she has frost powers and is actually evil or something. She got trained by Sub-Zero. This does not look safe in the slightest. Ooh. I don't know what it is, but that kind of bridge just kind of... It makes me nervous. Especially when it only has these things here. I thought you'd have to have more cables. Cables? Why did I say cables? Cables to connect and a bit further along rather than just at the ends. Okay, that leads down. What's up top? Landing pad? Oh, hi!
Fair mistake.
Wait, are there thugs here? Oh god, there is. Why are there marauders? Ah! You suck. Can you do better than what you're doing right now? You're letting me down. Where are you going? Who's this? To the rescue!
Discrepancy detected nearby.
There's some stuff here. Aha, here we go.
Timeline discrepancy detected. The garb on this security guard identifies him as a member of the Rizzo's Corporation. His rank would have been that of Jawbreaker or higher. This security guard has experienced premature expiration. Evidence strongly suggests
Why'd you
a
just say it
conflict
like
with
that?
Marauders.
Search his pockets. You found 3 bits and half a dozen. I was actually looking for information, not to steal from him. Well, I'll pay you my respects and
At
leave.
least he gave his life for a
What is this
worthy
camera
cause.
angle? Just a random ship here. All maintenance personnel must thoroughly sanitize after handling engine parts. Associated chemicals are known to cause delirium and lightheadedness. Okay. Entry 247. Topped off coolant should be set for another week. 248. Coolant levels drop faster than expected. I filled the tanks back up, but I'll keep an eye on them. 249. Looks like we lost coolant overnight. Must be slow leak in the tanks or piping. I'm requesting authorization for a full inspection from EAC management. 250. No answer on my request. Must have attached the wrong header. Maybe I CC'd the wrong sub-department. Trying again. 251. My inspection request is still pending and we're still leaking coolant. I'm just looking for myself. Authorization or no? What's the worst they do to me? There's another place of clues, I think, in this place. Yeah, there is. I'm just looking at other stuff as well. Ramirez, sounds like you've got guests wandering the premises at night. That explains the empty bottles and cigarette stubs. The problem is they tend to wander off the side of in the dark, and then hotel management has to run in circles trying to get payments from the days the guests are in delinquency. Or is delinquent. I'll assign security officer Danvers to patrol the complex after dark. He probably insists on having your nightly reports. He's watched a few too many serials. Okay. So probably I can check that body back here too. Seeing as he's glowing blue.
Timeline discrepancy. This card also expired prematurely following a violent encounter with Marauders.
Pay my respects. What's down here?
Oh, wow,
break down that and this. What are these? Just holding like... Oh, they're like seats for people to sit in and paint things, I guess? I think they give them a harness more than that. Hello?
Security Officer Danvers, nightly report number 27. No sign of trouble, but I'm on the lookout. If it's out there, I'll find it. Wait, I think I see someone. Approaching now. Excuse me, sir or madam. I require your participation in my nightly security report.
I was half expecting him to go, ow, and then die. Pain? Someone been living here? The refrigerator. What is this stuff? Coolant canister. A brief whiff of the contents makes your head swim. So they were filtering it. I was figuring they were taking it, which is why it was going down so fast. Oh god. I will not have enough, unfortunately. Is there a key anywhere? Have they been drinking the stuff? Why are they put it in the fridge?
Gone quiet.
Oh man, connector complex maintenance terminal keycard. I really want that and also want the revolvers, but can't open it right now, even if I did take some stuff. I'm talking like boost stat stuff. Is this fish? Alright, well. Time to go back up. We check on the upper level just in case there's something up here too. Not that I can see. Seems pretty clear up here. I would like to jump over the railings, but I guess it won't let me. Well, now it will. Ow.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Probably inside, isn't it? Is it? Oh, it's on the roof. Maybe over here? Ready, and go! Ah! Oh. I guess this is the only way I can go. There we go. Woo!
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This card also expired prematurely, following a violent encounter with marauders.
Of course he did. Well, that's 3 of them dead. Who wants to guess that these are the people that I'm looking for?
Hey, Crew C, it's Amelia. Evan must have gotten into the Spectrum in these crates. Listen to this. Come out! Come out to play! Wow, he's having a grand old time. I'm gonna take him to A2 under the hotel so he can sleep it off. I'll meet you back at the orchard straight after. See you soon. Evan, come on, you slackwit.
Okay, so they've gone back over to there. We still need to do the stuff over here first, so let's do that, which means going over there. Onwards, my intrepid companions. Is that just a rock with some engines on it tied to the bridge? Right. Hello? Oh, there's some people here. Purpleberry Nut Hut. Hello.
Whoa, 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 it's Rizzo.
Oh, God.
Welcome to the Purpleberry Nut Hut, you wonderful, wonderful customer. Thank you for giving my humble existence value.
What is that thing in your
I don't
neck?
know if whatever that is catching, but let's keep our distance.
I sure am. Good lamps you got on you to take notice.
What is Nor's name is the thing on your neck?
Oh, that? I call it my little passenger. I don't know why. The name just appeared in my head when this thing showed up on my neck.
Don't move, I'll try and cut it off you.
Don't you dare! Or I'll cut something off you! Gosh, I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. I just felt this urge to protect my little passenger, even if it means hurting you.
That's not normal behavior. How long have you been like this?
Couple of days. Ever since it showed up, I've been feeling happier and happier. I really can't imagine life without my little passenger.
Where did you find this little passenger?
I don't know. It just appeared one day.
It's very similar to the parasite I found before.
Sometimes I wonder how it showed up, and I start to worry. But worrying feels bad, and I hate feeling bad. So I don't worry about it.
Keep me out, lady. That's great. Let's talk about something else.
Now I'd love to get you something. Maybe a couple somethings? Whatever you like, I can sell it to you at a low, low price.
Anything you can tell me about the orchards?
I'm so glad you asked. The orchards are my third favorite subject, with my first being Rizzo's refreshing drinks and my second being Rizzo's toothsome confectionaries. Our orchards are the source of 63% of Rizzo's total produce, which correlates to 112% of fresh goods throughout all of Halcyon. Give or take a few percent, of course. If you want to know more about each part of the orchards, might I recommend one of our fantastic tours? One of our options is even audio-guided as a special bonus feature.
She's really creeped me out. I might be interested in hearing more about the tours.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Our tours are my fourth favorite subject. Every part of the orchards is so rich with Rizzo
Why are you
lore.
yelling? I'm right
Buy
here.
a tour ticket and anoint yourself with knowledge.
What are my options?
We have 3 tour options: Premium, Premium Plus, and the Golden Ticket. Each option is wonderful in its own special way. Premium includes a 10-minute pass to the Sprat Petting Zoo. Premium Plus comes with the novelty Purpleberry and Amber, and the Golden Ticket is audio-guided in addition to being self-guided.
Really pushes hard to sell, huh?
Huh? Oh no, Rizzo's doesn't make me recommend the tour. Helping customers just makes me even happier than I already am. And that's saying a lot. Happy workers lead to happy customers. Happy customers are repeat customers.
If that's happiness, it's chemical happiness.
I'm not quite sure what you mean. There's really nothing better than feeling a euphoric sense of happiness and self-contentment. Now, I'd be pleased as punch to sell you a tour ticket.
I'll buy a ticket.
Which kind would you like?
Give me the golden ticket.
You're in luck. We have one left. Normally they're 100 bits, but seeing how I'm sold out of everything else, I can give it to you for just 90. How does that sound?
That's actually really cheap, sure.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Halcyon Helen was in Orchards before she died. Have you seen her?
No, I'm sorry. The only celebrity who shopped recently is Black Hole Birdie. Quite the affable man, as it so happens. And the stories are wrong. He could probably lift 2 benches of tossball players at once, not just one. Laws, not just affable, but virile, too.
What?
Ooh, wait a minute. Now that his beau's dead, that means Birdie's single. Maybe I'll strike up a little more than conversation the next time he comes
I think you need to stay away from people as far as you can, or at least get rid of the thing in your neck. You do know Birdie's a suspect in Helen's murder investigation, right?
Oh my!
Suspect.
Birdie, a murderer? Well, everyone has their flaws. I'll be sure not to bring it up on our first date.
The fuck? Just show me what you got for sale.
Our alcohol stocks are larger than ever. And a good thing too, because I just can't seem to stop myself from getting into them. Our products are just that good.
I want to get away from you, okay? Thank you. Finally. God. Just talking to her, she's just constantly smiling at me. It's really off-putting. It must be one of those parasites, because it's very similar to the one I saw in the... What do you call it? The servants' quarters. Or the employee quarters, which was a lot bigger. So I'm assuming it's the same thing.
Here we have the Rizzo's Purpleberry Nut Hut trademark. All manner of cool drinks and sweet treats are available at nominal cost to slake your thirst and satiate your hunger. These include, but are not limited to, Rizzo's Nanner Spank Fresh, Spanks Even Harder, Rizzo's Ground Up, Pound Up fruit drinks made with mostly berries and twigs,
Why would you want twigs?
mini Purpleberry Sweet Balls. We hope your visit here will stifle any unlawful urges to pick fruit in the orchards.
No, I will pick all the fruit. You can't stop me. I swear, if everyone on this place has got a freaking thing in their neck, I'm not going to like it.
Maybe I could hold up my end if your people weren't sabotaging my operations.
Hi, what's going on?
Sorry, can't talk. We're busy having a very tedious conversation.
And if sabotaging the orchards weren't enough, you had to make it personal. You really had to bust my Insta coffee maker too? The nerve.
Hold that asinine thought. Who is this armed stranger who just wandered into your office? Back up for a fight you can't finish?
What the hell are you talking about? I don't know this lass. I think it's mightily more likely that she's under your payroll. Here to burn down what you haven't already.
You know, I can just leave the way I came in and leave you all to, you know, arguing, or I can help. I'm just here to investigate a murder. Go about your business.
I see. Just a visitor, then. Congratulations, Hathaway. Not everyone's abandoned your orchards.
Well, shame that you're trying to change that. Anyway, sorry for the heated reception, stranger. There's just been some trouble here of late. Name's Overseeing Orchardist Hathaway, and I'm in charge of these orchards. Though it seems like certain groups, which will remain unnamed, are trying to change that.
Do you need a comb?
Looks like I'm stuck playing the part of customer service rep. Guess it's different from the usual, at least. Something I can do for you?
I guess I can, I overheard you mention sabotage.
Yeah. Just another woe to add to the pile. In the past, the orchard subcontracted security work from Slug. You know, keep the malcontents on staff from causing too much trouble. But between the Spectrum Brown unveiling demanding all of our resources and the recent uptick in worker accidents, we just ain't got the budget for security. And, of course, Slug has decided that instead of being reasonable, they're just gonna sabotage our operations until we start paying them again.
Look at the poor Rizzo's manager, lying about Sublight to make himself feel better. Shame he skipped where Rizzo's were short on our payments months before the new unveiling.
Look, at the end of the day, it's obvious that Slug is sabotaging us. I ain't paying until they come clean.
What sort of sabotage has there been?
Oh, you know, nothing particularly troublesome. Just rogue exterminator mechanicals, opening fire on anything that twitches within 300 yards of them.
Sounds
We've
normal.
also got a large group of new saplings, all dead from some kind of toxic substance. Poison, I guess. And who could forget the tower processing console, which probably just shorted out and stopped working on its own, even though it's outfitted with 3 separate backup systems.
There are a suite of explanations for what could
Your
happen.
voice sounds familiar.
Most pointing to Rizzo's worker incompetence. My people didn't sabotage anything.
You mentioned an increase in worker accidents.
It's the strangest thing.
Like everyone forgot their 10-minute workplace safety seminars. That's twice as long as the next leading brand. Our people should be safety experts. But I've seen folks step on open electrical wires, drop pallets on each other. One damn fool even blundered into a wasp-keto hive. Even as he died, he looked fairly pleased.
Weird. I could figure out what's really going on.
Thank the law. Some good news. You hear that, lapdog? Truth's coming. Better fess up while you still can outside of an interrogation room.
While I'm sure you'd love to have a scapegoat on whom you can pin your own incompetence, I suspect you'll be disappointed. But what do I know? I suppose it's up to your new hiree.
Well, I had more stuff to question you about.
You're back, I see. Glad Slug hasn't managed to scare you off.
I think it's more of a wonder that nothing in these law-forsaken orchards has managed to kill
I
them.
literally have
How's
not
the
left the
investigation
room.
Going? You got a complete report for me yet?
Still looking.
Well, at the moment, I can't do a whole lot with this vulture hanging over my shoulder. So I suppose you may as well take your time.
Really now? I consider myself more of a watch canid, here to make sure you don't try to run off without paying us.
Where's he gonna go?
You need to know?
What happened to... I don't get to ask you about Helen anymore? Any leads on the nursery, I guess?
Got a lot of dead saplings that'll cost us a lot of bits. I've got a feeling someone poisoned them somehow.
Still made an Automech
The
depot?
mechanicals were hacked. They're pretty much running amok. If you could keep from destroying too many, I'd be obliged. Would save us a lot. That said, you might want to be careful. Those things are built to take on wasp-ketos.
Whatever. I've defeated like giant mantiqueens. I'm fine.
Something to keep in mind.
Something particular in the processing control room?
The tower processing console is completely fried. Whoever took it out must have used some kind of explosive.
I guess until I finish this side quest, I can't.
I'm sorry you had to come
Ask
in on
anything
such a
like this.
brusque conversation. Not everyone appreciates the work Slug does on Eridanos.
Especially not folk that Slug is trying to extort.
All right, it seems I need to say it yet again. We're not stomping upon your purple berries or knocking your workers off the planetoid. All we want is for you to pay your dues.
And I want you to stop setting our exterminator mechanicals loose and breaking our machinery.
This is how the conversation has gone for the last hour and a half. As you can see, it hasn't been terribly productive.
Seems to be... I'm gonna ask this first before I do this in case it locks me out again. You see any sign of Halcyon Helen recently?
Nope. Sorry, but this is the first I've visited this area in over a month. Shame about Helen. Liked her movies.
Oh, me too. We didn't get many episodes of Terror on Monarch back in the Vale, but I thought she was great in Dissidents from the Doomed Planet.
Celebs as big as Helen always seem to elicit strong binary opinions in people. But that's neither here nor there. What can Slug do for you?
What seems to be your problem with the overseeing orchidist? Is that how you say it?
Well, he's being difficult, as you've no doubt seen. All I'm here to do is enforce an agreed-upon business relationship. But our friend here is disinclined to settle.
Don't tell me to settle. Why don't you settle?
Yes, I'll be sure to do that. I know what you must be thinking, but no, I'm not here to atomize his kneecaps. I just want Slug to get what we're owed.
Any truth to his accusations of sabotage?
If I hear that question one more time, I swear. Look, we just want to get paid. Hampering our clients' productivity is not a good way to get paid. In fact, it's bad business.
Alright. Is there an official agreement with Rizzo's?
Much as we love giving the bureaucrats 29% of our profits, technically not. Official contracts have some rather obscene fees and documentation. Instead,
to get a contract, you have to pay a
opted
fee?
for a non-official manager's agreement. I'm just here to make certain our friend over there pays on time.
This is why you always get things in writing. When you make a deal, you put things into writing so you have something of evidence to give you the stuff that you want when you do the job. Otherwise, they can just go, oh, we don't have any evidence that you agreed to this, so we're just not going to give you the thing that you wanted. And you wouldn't be in this situation. Or whatever. Maybe I could pay what he owes?
You're weird. Generous, but weird. The sentiment is nice, but Rizzo's doesn't just pay money. They're also literally our meal tickets. Unless you also happen to own an orchard, I don't think you can clear this guy.
Oh, man. I mean, I guess I could ask this. Are you sure? You sound a bit like an extortionist.
Do I? Didn't realize that expecting my company to be paid for its work was extortion. You should try telling that to the board. Regardless, Slug's Protection Service has ensured that Rizzo's has had zero problems with its shipments at the docks. And all for a reasonable price. We haven't been hostile when their payments came up short either. In fact, Rizzo's is more of a danger to the orchards than us, considering all the workplace injuries.
All right.
Yes, I think we've spoken enough about that imbecile.
He's right there. More about you?
You're welcome to. I don't have any secrets.
Do you do anything other than makes your business partners pay on time?
Certainly. When I'm not out on a job, they usually stick me in the Slug mess hall. I may be a service collector, but that doesn't mean I can't make a damn fine tripicale pie.
Don't kick me out. There was another thing I could ask. Anything you can tell me about the orchards?
Nothing that you couldn't observe yourself. I try not to spend much time here. Hate the outdoors.
And yet you protect it.
If you haven't already noticed, these orchards are more of a wreck than even some of the cities on Monarch. Mismanagement, I suspect.
All right, well, you go back to arguing. You know, the guy's right there. I'm going to try this. Don't mind me. Oh, your computer's not even on. Oh, I'm going to try and hack his computer. With him just sitting right there. All right, so...
I don't think I've ever seen an orchard before. I mean, other than Miss McDevitt's garden. You mind if we look around a little?
I mean, we could. We're kind of investigating a...
Timeline discrepancy detected. These footprints match the shoes previously analyzed in the Grand Ballroom. There is a 110% chance with a 10% margin of error that they were left by Ruth Bellamy, the actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Why don't you just say 100% then? Examine the footprint depth and spacing. The space between each footprint is short and the imprint in the dirt deep, as if determined. It would appear that Helen was in a hurry. Was she shuffling? Because they're right next to each other. If she was taking quick steps, they would be further apart.
Anything interesting?
I can deduce that Helen had Sultana for breakfast last week. Pretty obvious if you know what to look for. No, I'm just going to go with she was in a hurry and she thought she was being followed.
That's real good work, Captain. You think the killer was chasing Miss Helen through the orchards?
Sure, we'll go with that. There's a dead guy here. What do you mean, effusive host? Oh. He also has a thing in his neck. They don't even have names, they're just called hosts. You have a thing over your head. I think a lot of people here are going to have things in their neck, which is just great. Overwrite save, yes. How long have we been going for? Oh, 2.5 hours. God, I keep losing track of time when I play this game. We're going to have to stop there. Otherwise, I'm not going to have dinner today. So let me save again. And we will stop there for today. We'll pick this up next week. Wednesday. Yes, and he said Tuesday. Tuesday's Spider-Man. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching that managed to make it today. I'm enjoying myself playing this. It's not a terrible game, but it's fun. So we will pick up next week on Tuesday with Spider-Man and then this game on Wednesday around about the same time. So as usual, if you haven't already, like, follow, subscribe. And if you want to help support me, there's links to Patreon or tips if you want to support through there. Especially with lately. It'll just be helpful. But yeah, I will see you all next week. Thank you all for joining the Managed to Make It. Thanks for joining Swordmaster, Sabrith, Sab, and everyone else. And until next time, y'all have a nice weekend. And until Tuesday,